Hello, and thank you for joining me on another one of my lifestyle series videos. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dmitry, and I'm an American expat living in the Philippines. Here, I'm going to share with you how my life is going living in Metro Manila. If you find this video entertaining, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy as I take you on a journey of my daily life as a time-lapse traveler.
That's one of the things that you will only find in the Philippines.
Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of the Time-Lapse Traveler. In this episode, I made a trip on an electric scooter that was loaned to me with my 360 camera strapped to the top of my helmet. This let me record my surroundings in every direction and then focus the footage in the editing process for the result you're seeing here. Please do leave me a comment down below after you're done with this video to let me know your preference of either this focused video perspective or if you also enjoyed the full 360 spherical video, such as the previous one I posted where I made a trip to the local Metro supermarket located in the nearby Market Mall. Now, leaving from Bonifacio Global City and entering McKinley Road, which snakes downhill towards Makati City and splits Forbes Park Village and Dasmariñas, which are two affluent gated communities. There's not much going on there except a whole lot of residential one-family homes, a golf and polo club, and of course a church. One of the unfortunate truths of living in the Philippines is the limited access to vaccines for COVID-19. Unlike in some other countries, not everyone is able to just go out and get a shot due to the lack of availability. Only now, recently, it's starting to be more ubiquitous for the whole country, or at least in the major metropolitan areas, like here in Manila. EDSA is one of the main arteries of Metro Manila that connects the far parts of this great metropolis. On the other side of it is the part of Makati City where Chris and I used to live before moving to BGC in November of 2019. Instead of going that way though, I followed this highway for just a short distance toward Buendia Avenue, that route being more friendly to the kind of transportation I was using. I rode this medium-powered electric scooter from my home in Bonifacio Global City to a COVID-19 vaccination site which was set up in the Mall of Asia, located a little over 9 kilometers or about 5.7 miles away in Pasay City. MOA, as it's typically known, is one of the largest malls in the world, and for a country known for giant shopping mall complexes, it is the third largest in Metro Manila and the fourth largest retail space in all the Philippines. These malls are so prevalent here, due in part to e-commerce not being a truly ubiquitous way to shop as it is in many other countries. Sure, online stores such as Shopee and Lazada are very popular here in the Philippines, but the shopping experience there is not at all what Amazon and other e-commerce sites can offer. As much as I recognize that going up against traffic on any kind of vehicle isn't always the best idea, this short portion of the road has one-way traffic only. And with the sidewalk not being built for this kind of travel, going against the car flow is pretty much unavoidable, while of course taking great care not to interfere with the traffic. As you can see, this road is pretty congested with jeepneys and other highly polluting vehicles, so I was glad to have my superior filtered face mask instead of the simple cloth mask that you see me in most of my videos. A car decided to ride my scooter because it's obviously a much better way to get around. It took me about only 25 minutes to ride here from BGC to the Mall of Asia. It's about 9.2 kilometer ride. No traffic, no problem. So I just got the vaccine. That's what it looked like. There's a whole crowd of people. And while I was there, I met up with Brian, really cool dude. It took about 4 hours from the time that I got to the building until I finally got my shot. But you know what, it's worth it.
Flashback.
So the line all the way around, from one area to another, and the line still continues. I wonder what time the separation is going to be finished. Now, because we're during the enhanced quarantine right now, most of the shops are closed. In fact, it was actually kind of difficult to even find a place that has a bottle of water available. See, all of this is a continuation of the queuing area, but it looks like the line is a lot shorter now than it was. And even outside here, like, do you see how big this whole area is? All the way to the end, if you could see. And then there were still other areas around and outside that also had a lot of people queuing up.
A flashback.
The lines were really, really intense. Had no idea how long it's going to take, but you know, it is what it is. A lot of people are here to get the free vaccine, and just feel really fortunate that I was able to get it. Now I'm going to have to come back here in about 3 weeks from now to get the next shot, so then I'll be all fully vaccinated. It's really awesome. So it was the Moderna vaccine that I was able to get. Very fortunate for that. People are getting the Sinovac, some getting the Pfizer. I know that even some people are getting the Russian Sputnik vaccine, but I got the Moderna, and as long as it keeps me protected and doesn't make me sick, that's really what matters. This whole area was filled with people when I first got here. I got here around 8:20 and I got the shot at almost 12:20, so just under 4 hours. Here it was only like the middle of it, more or less. As much as I was hoping to hang out with Brian, I couldn't leave Chris by herself for too long. And so I started heading back while hoping that the old battery in this well worn out scooter would be able to take me all the way back home on a single charge after speeding here from BGC. It would be nice to spend some time here in this area with Chris when this pandemic was over and there would be more stuff to do. As of right now though, it looks mostly eerily empty. Beside the SM Mall of Asia, here you can also find the giant SM Arena, which is home to a sports stadium as well as a grand theater for movies and concert performances. Back in New York, I worked for a computer services company for over 15 years, a job that I got straight out of college. For the first 10 years, my job included visits to our clients all over New York City, and so after the lease expired on my first car, I purchased a Nissan Altima Hybrid, which kept me going for over 11 years until just before the move to the Philippines in early 2019. For a long time, I was hoping that my next vehicle would be fully electric. Little did I know that it would be an electric scooter. Although I do miss driving a car on a regular basis, I definitely enjoy this new way of getting around a whole lot more overall, despite the occasional times that I need to actually carry the scooter up and down the stairs like this. Now, coming back past the Pasay Road overpass. Beyond here is a typical route that Chris used to take in a grab car on her way to the office and back, before the pandemic closed everything down and when her neurological condition made her become mostly confined to our home, except for the times when we get to visit the local hospital for her physical therapy. I'm fortunate enough that through my wife's connection at her office, I was able to get scheduled for the Moderna vaccine. Although all the available vaccinations seem to be doing a great job at significantly lowering the chances of infection and drastically, almost eliminating serious illness, which would lead to a possible hospitalization, let alone the ultimate tragedy of avoidable death. Fortunately, the vast majority of people here in the Philippines have a clear-eyed and sober view about the need to protect against this deadly disease, which has already taken the lives of so many millions of people around the world, which sadly included 2 of my family members in New York City during the height of the pandemic there, which was responsible for over 1 million confirmed cases and more than 34,000 deaths in just that one city alone. That's about as many deaths as have been attributed to this disease in all of the Philippines.
about you, lady. I can't make up my mind. You're so special to me. I think about you all the time. I need you. There's no guilt, but some maybe. So please, I want you.
And so, lo and behold, just when I got to middle of McKinley Road, the battery on my scooter died. What a bummer. I really thought that I'd be able to at least make it all the way back home. Well, no such luck, but it's alright. I'm not that far from home already by now. So I was thinking whether or not I should just get a grab. Right now, there's not much rush actually. Spoke to Chris and she's doing it right there by herself. I guess that's the summing up of my adventure getting my first vaccine shot from Moderna. So I'm gonna be signing off over here. Hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Try to get the vaccine if you can. It'll save lives, yours and others. Hopefully bring this pandemic to an end already soon. So take care of yourselves and each other. And of course, keep looking out for more videos coming at you from the Time Lapse Traveler.
You know, baby, I wish I could make you understand what effect you have on me.